Welcome to today's video, guys. Today we need to give the old girl, the Skyline, some love. Now, I've been putting off this stuff and troubleshooting this issue for the longest time, mainly because I had kind of troubleshooted it so much that I really just got frustrated with the situation, and now it's kind of come to bite me in the butt. So you guys know that I've kind of been chasing all these issues with vacuum leaks with the car and idle hunting issues. We found that all these different things in my engine bay were actually leaking vacuum, and yes, that did help a lot of my problems with the car, but unfortunately there is still something strange happening, and I've narrowed it down to one of two things, but it's all kind of the same area to do with the map sensor. The map sensor in my Link ECU is it's soldered onto the actual board of the ECU itself. That's how these plug-in ECUs come. A lot of things like from Heltec, those plug-in ECUs do the same thing. Now, I suspect either somehow I have damaged that, or my vacuum line that goes to that map sensor is actually kinked or squished somewhere. And what's happening is when the car's under boost, there's no problem whatsoever. Everything adds up and it's fine. When the car's under vacuum, just that tiny little bit of vacuum, I think it's then kind of like squeezing it even closer, and it may not be getting the correct reading. So my goal is today is to investigate that. We're going to pull the ECU out and work out what's going on there, and hopefully it's just a matter of rerouting the vacuum line, drilling a hole in the casing and stuff like that. As well as I would really like to change my brakes today. I'd love to do the fronts, put those new Project Mu rotors and pads on that we bought. The backs are nowhere near as bad as the front, but the front is definitely like, it's got some gouges in those rotors, so it'd be nice to change those today too. But yeah, so today's video, we're going to be giving the Skyline some love, and hopefully we'll be able to do some road tuning stuff too. Also, I picked up one of these old ThinkPads off Yahoo Auctions here in Japan. It was $150, pretty good specs, and it's literally my designated tuning laptop. If you guys know anything about laptops and IT and stuff, you can generally get these things super cheap, the good old ThinkPads, and they're super robust and never die. They're just a great tuning laptop. Anyways, that aside, let's jump into this, move the car out a bit, pull that ECU out, and I guess start investigating. So here is something interesting that I just noticed. And I don't think it's the wheel. I think the nut has come loose on the shaft. Look at that. The whole thing is moving. Like the actual thing, it's like the whole boss kit is moving. It's got to be loose on there. I'll add that to the to fix list for today as well then. So here's how I set up my Link ECU, and as you can see, the vacuum line for the map sensor goes in behind here and is pushed up against the firewall pretty tightly there. So I suspect that's where the kink and this, like the squashed vacuum line is. So I'm going to pull this all out, and hopefully it's as simple as that. And if that is the case, what I'll do is I'll make a hole in the casing up here on this face here, and that's where the line can run, so it doesn't actually do that anymore. So I'm going to get into that. It's just a couple 10 mils to pull the ECU out, and then I'll be able to investigate that, and we'll start the car up on idle and see if it has any problems and if anything reads differently. But I really do suspect that's been my problem this entire time. So I think it's safe to say we found the issue, and I was right in suspecting this. You can kind of see that this is all deformed here because it was squashed up like that the whole time. And I think that's been my idle hunting issue and everything, because the moment this engine actually gets enough vacuum and this is already squashed, it's actually closing on itself and getting worse. So that's why this thing's been hunting and only having issues at idle, compared to when this thing's at boost. I'd say it was enough to keep it open. So this is actually could have been catastrophic and a really big failure point, because if for some reason that this did stay jammed all the way during boost, the ECU wouldn't know where to put the engine on the map that it has, because this is its map, this is its reference for the map and how much fuel to give it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm obviously changing this right away, and this is going to come out of the front now up the top here, so that there's no way that this can get squashed and damaged like this. So you can really see that it's been deformed from being crushed there. It's hard, it may be hard to see on camera, but it's really been, yeah, you can kind of see the bend that's naturally occurred in it from it being squashed so much. So I think I finally found the issue. Now, my face is dripping in sweat because of how hot it is here today, but that aside, I'm not really like upset with all the other stuff that we've done and paid money for to replace and things like that, because those were all issues and problems that would have had to have been fixed no matter what. So when we fix this, if that solves the problem 100%, I am happy, because this car is going to run like it has never run before, because we actually have all those vacuum leaks fixed. We have this fixed. There really shouldn't be any more issues. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Let's get to it. Let's fix this, drill that hole in the casing, and then we should be good. So I've just finished bolting everything back in. You can see the vacuum line now actually just goes in the front plate here. So it's super direct to the sensor, and hopefully won't give me any issues. We're in neutral. Let's grab the keys. Hope this starts up with no problems and I didn't mess anything up while we were down there. I don't think we did, but always good to check. And if everything's running as it should be, then I can call Darren and get him to remote in, and we can start playing around with some stuff and see if it changes anything. Huh. It does seem to be idling a lot more stable, but it's on the, I guess because oh. Okay, it is doing some weirder things than it did before, that's definitely for sure. Never used to hunt like this. I think it's fixed it, because what it's doing is it's now an entirely different table than what it used to be in, because it's now like kind of really lean, and previously it thought it wasn't that lean, which could be because of the map sensor vacuum line being squashed. All right, I think we're at a right time now to get Darren to remote in and take a look at this, because I think that has definitely been the problem, because now like we're idling way higher than we used to, and like where the hunting is, and we're way leaner now. So we're definitely in a different part of the table for sure. So time warping ahead, I am now doing my brakes, and it's been a while since I've been out here in pitch blackness working on my car. But as you can see, this is the rotor, and it's got some really epic grooves in it, both front and rear of it. As you can see there, like this thing it's bad. So I'm gonna go unbox the new one and put it on, and we'll get the new pads out as well. I do have some really good pads on here actually, which I would have liked to have used till they like completely are gone, because there's still lots on there. But I know that you're supposed to use new pads with new rotors, so we're going to go down that route and put the new PMU ones in that I got. And I'll put these aside because I can reuse those in my S15, because my S15 has the same calipers and stuff on it anyways. So yeah, go get those new Project Mu rotors and brakes pads. We'll get it done. This is my nighttime setup, by the way. I feel like there should be some appropriate music for this. Ooh, a box inside a box. I actually was not expecting that. These things are definitely not light. Is there any special way that these open? Oh, they slide out like that. Okay, hang on a sec, guys. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of pretty excited. These are my first Project Mu rotors. Kind of feel special, not gonna lie. I like the way they're packaged. Ooh, yeah. Look at that, slotted goodness. Oh yeah, I'm pumped about those. Those are nice. Really nice.
Ooh.
Cool, right? Do you want to lick it? It's pretty nice, right? The slots. I'm all about the slots. Don't forget, lads, with your new rotors, always want to clean them with some parts cleaner or brake cleaner specifically. Make sure you get any of the oils that they put on there to stop them from rusting all off the surfaces, both front and rear. So I think my only thing that I don't like about this install is I now have Project Mu green rotors, but red calipers. That's probably my only thing that I don't like. But can we just all appreciate how good that rotor looks compared to this ugly thing? So I'm now completely finished on this side. And what do you guys think? I don't really mind it, the red and that green there. It's definitely not the most ideal color combo, but I think it'll do for now until I can paint my calipers something a little bit better. I'm planning to obviously change the color of pretty much everything of this entire car, so the calipers eventually I'll paint those to match that too once this thing goes in for bodywork and stuff, but I really like it. The new rotors definitely look better with those slots in there, that's for sure. I'm excited to see what this thing's going to feel like, and I cannot wait till we get the rears as well. So now I'm going to quickly smash out the other side and get that done, but before then I wanted to show you guys what I mean. I can't reuse these brake pads because see all the grooves that have been carved into it from the damaged old rotors, which are here. You see that they match up perfectly with these, and if I was to put those on a brand new rotor, they would essentially damage it and potentially could make the same markings on my brand new one. So that's why it's best to always just go with new pads every time you get new rotors, so you kind of like start from scratch. I am going to keep these because like I said, I can use them on my S15 and the rotors on there I'm planning to replace next year, so I don't care about putting these on there for the last hurrah to send those rotors to hell. So just finished this side now, and all I've got to do now is put the wheel on and then drop the car on the ground. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for a test drive yet or not. It is getting pretty late. It's about 9:30 p.m. so I'll probably skip that, but we'll see what happens. Who knows, you know, maybe I'll decide to just take it for a drive, but it is getting late, so I do want to kind of like wrap the video up and edit and whatnot. But I am loving how epic these rotors are looking. It's crazy how just a new pair of rotors with slots in it makes your brakes look so much better. It's a bit hard with the lighting I have here, but you guys get the gist. It looks so good. All right, I decided to call it quits where it was and not wake up any Karens, because the last thing I need are the police to rock up here again. But that aside, I am still kind of like, it always mind blows me how just changing rotors makes your brakes look so much better. Just the slots in them, they stand out way more now through the wheels, and I'm just excited because it's been a while since the Skyline's gotten some new stuff and we've kind of solved some more problems with it, with that vac line. Unfortunately, Darren didn't actually have time to jump in today and help me figure out the idle and get everything sorted out there. He should have time tomorrow. Just as well, if you want to know who Darren is, it's Darren from Tuned Performance in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Really good friend of mine. He's been tuning RBs for as long as I've known him, which has been many, many years now, and he's gotten some pretty insane results. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's got a customer's car that's into the 1,000 horsepower range with an RB. So I trust him, and every time he's touched any of my RB powered cars, he has literally like just done an amazing job. So that's why I always still work with Darren, and he's always helped me out remotely and stuff like that. So when you find a good tuner, it's generally best you just keep working with them because you're able to communicate on the same level, right? Anyways, that aside, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Super simple. We gave some love to the Skyline. The Skyline hasn't given anything back yet, but it will tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that video. I got to also prep the car. I'm going on like a 6-hour drive on Friday, and I want to take the Skyline with me. You guys are going to be so pumped when you see what we're going to be filming and doing in 6 hours away from where I live. So anyways, that aside, I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button, write us a comment, go check out the merch store, get yourself some merch. We are still shipping stuff. Just read the notification at the top that talks about delays and stuff like that. And I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. Ciao mata.